Well, 33, married, two kids, one on the way, working for ourselves. Um, Play video games. Other than that, there's not really much else to tell. um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, I've got an 11 year old and a 7 year old daughter, two daughters. Oldest lives with my ex-wife. The 7 year old lives with me and my current wife. Um, my wife's in school. She also works full time. Um, I get my oldest daughter, for about a month and a half every year. So um, it's not the greatest arrangement, but is what it is. They're about to be moving, so um, got a new baby on the way. I hope this one's a boy. I'm tired of girls. Feel a little outnumbered, so um, having there's pretty busy life. So, yeah, yeah. I mean, this is the closest we've lived since we got divorced, and it's been nice to be that close whenever whenever I've needed to go down there. They live in San Angelo right now, so whenever I've needed to go down there um, for school functions or anything else, it's been pretty easy to get time off work and make the drive. Um, and then just the whole handoff whenever it's time for her to come up here for the summer or the holidays, whatever. It's just a lot easier. Yeah. Um, pretty good with my daughter, especially now. She's gotten the help that she needs, but the used to have a pretty good relationship with my ex-wife. Been a little strained here the last few months, actually about a year and a half now. Um, but it's not terrible. I mean, yeah. Um, Not really. I mean, it's part of life. So they've got to live where she can be around her family, get the support she needs, and as much as it sucks, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So that's the thing that worries me the most is up there she doesn't have the best relationship with her grandmother, um, my ex-wife's mom, and while she's gonna have family up there, she doesn't really know most of them. She doesn't get along all that well with all of them. So and then I'm just that area of the country is just a terrible area to live in. Education system up there is horrible. The uh, one of the most violent areas in the country to live in. Murder rates and violent crimes that statistics are terrible up there. So that kind of worries me a little bit. Um, Poverty is terrible up there, so little worried about her falling into the wrong crowd. But there's only so much I can do. So I don't know. Oh yeah, I think it's too bad up there. Definitely, I'll have to do something to step in it, but um, right now I just don't think that's in her best interest. Um, the but she's a smart kid. I don't think she'll, and she's seen what that sort of stuff can do. So I don't think I need to worry about it too much with her. But as a parent, you've got to be worried about it. So
Right. So let's step away from
okay,
your ex-wife and your daughter, and you know, let's focus on something else. For now, something more there. So let's just tell me about the rest of your family and you know how your relationships are between everyone else.
between
Between you, your wife, other relationships that you may have.
I think my relationship between me and my wife is pretty good. We've had our bumps, but I mean it's definitely gotten better as we've gotten settled in up here. After we moved out here, so um, we had some rough patches, uh, but we've worked through those, sat down, talked them out. So
Feeling good.
yeah, yeah, um, she's great. So and my daughter, my youngest daughter, she's a Turk. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. She's a little ham. She likes to over exaggerate everything. So um, always good for a laugh. But she's a good kid as well. She doesn't really do much to get in trouble. She listens pretty well. She does what she's supposed to do. Um, kind of miss her. She's down with her grandparents right now, so um, but she's having a good time. So that's the important thing.
That's good.
She's getting to see more of the family. So that's always a good thing. Getting to build those relationships, but it's I do miss her.
Food on for a
A little over a month now, right around a month now.
while.
Yeah, yeah.
Get used to the little
Quiet at home, but she'll be back soon though. So get her settled back in before she has to start school.
Yeah.
Um, the second grade. Well, that makes me feel old. Um, but luckily she likes school, so she's had pretty good experience so far with it.
That's good. Do you think she's gonna have any issues next year with second grade?
She's going to be moving to a new school, so I think she will have some initial issues because the last 2 years she's been at the same school, so those same students that she's been with have just moved up with her, so she's already had those friends. So now she's going to be making entirely new friends, but she'll be okay, I think.
Might be hard for her.
Yeah, probably not even the first few months. I'd say the first couple of weeks maybe. Um, right, right. Gets to know the teachers, gets to know the students in her class, um, and then she'll go back to liking it. She'll make friends and she'll be happy. And kids, they bounce back. Yeah. Yep. Scary and exciting.
You're starting
Oh,
over
yeah,
after
after 7 years. Yeah. Kind of sometimes wonder why the heck did we do this? but but it's exciting. I can't wait. Um,
11 years.
yeah, yeah. Better to get them all out of the way at once though. Um, but like I said, I just hope it's a boy. 'cause I'm tired. I'm
No
tired of
more
girls.
pink.
No, no more girls. No more girls. I'm tired. Tired of girls. Um, but yeah, um, just a whatever it is, boy or girl that is healthy. Everything else will work itself out. So, um, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Your family in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's my immediate family in a nutshell. Um, yeah.
How's the relationship? You know,
Um,
you
you mean the rest
have the rest of
extended family?
your
Um, not as close as we used to be. You know, always really close growing up, especially me, my little sister, and my mom. Um, my mom pretty much, well, she did raise us for most of our lives by herself. Um, my older sister was in and out of it, but that relationship's actually gotten better over the last 2 years or so. Definitely gotten closer to her than ever thought I would, just because she had issues with drugs and all that fun stuff. So, um, and with my dad having had the same issues, I just had pretty much cut her out of my life just because my job at the time couldn't be around that. So, but now that she's gotten clean, she's paid her debt to society. She's doing well. She's just about done with her bachelor's degree. She's reestablished her life, going as she calls it, going mainstream. She bought a car, actually financed a car, so she's building her career. That's what she calls going mainstream. Getting a real job, but yeah, it's definitely gotten closer to her. Um, One of the reasons we moved out here was because my little sister and her husband, my niece and nephew, were living out here. But of course, you know, we moved out here, and then it seemed like a month later they were moving. So, but you know, got to go where he can work and keep moving up the corporate ladder. So, um, I'm proud of her. She's doing well. I don't know if she's teaching or not. She keeps going back and forth. She'll teach for a year or two, and then she'll stay home with the kids for a year or two, and go back and teach for a year or two. Um, but yeah, she's doing pretty well. Um, Other than that, I mean, I wish I could get down to see my parents, my mom and my stepdad more often. Work doesn't really let me, and the and I'd like to see my grandmother, aunts, and uncles a little more often. We were always really close whenever I was growing up, so now I go down there and I kind of feel like an outsider because I haven't really been down there much since I turned 18, joined the military, and moved off, went all over the country. And
Do you think that
I guess I could probably call them more often,
maybe
but I doubt it. It's
think
just
it's different?
we're so different
Yeah.
now. Yeah, the town, the people. I mean, even even my family is different. You know, they different thought processes. I think completely differently. Um, I'm not so blind to the world now. Um,
Do you think that
I would say that probably ends up being a problem with a lot of my interpersonal relationships. um,
make
uh, I mean, yes and no. They're kind of focused on their little section of the world. They don't really worry about what's going on around them. Whereas I tend to worry about what's going on everywhere
Mm-hmm.
more than my little section of the world, I guess. My little mini what's going on in my personal world doesn't really concern me as much as what I mean it does, but not as much as what's going on everywhere else too.
Right.
I tend to see how those little things impact what's going on in my world day to day. So,
Mm-hmm.
so I tend to pay more attention to that sort of stuff.
Your
Um,
family doesn't.
no, not really.
I'm from a little town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, um, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
How's work going?
Um, it was going bad for a while.
Bad
uh,
how?
it just wasn't making enough money, and it wasn't selling enough cars. Um, I mean, whenever I sold cars, the cars I sold made a ton of money on, but it was barely enough to cover the bills. And so whenever wife and I found out that we were having another kid, we started thinking about moving back down closer to our parents just to have that support network. Um, and we
Back to
pretty much
the
yeah yeah for the support network,
yeah.
because her family's in that area as well. So we're from the same town, and then I went and told my boss that I was going to be leaving at the end of June, and they offered me a ridiculous offer that we couldn't pass up. So we're sticking around. So it's definitely gotten better now. As far as financially goes, it's still a job that kind of I have a love hate relationship with it. Um, some days I love it, some days I hate it. Um, it's just if the store's not busy, it's boring, and it seems like you're doing the same thing day in and day out. And then, excuse me, at the end of every month, you're hitting the reset button.
What's
So
the sales?
yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, it's interesting. You get to meet all sorts of new people, and I get to drive all sorts of new and different vehicles. Fortunately, they won't let me drive any of the expensive ones unless I actually sell it. So none of the Corvettes or anything like that. Um, it's a fun job. I do get to meet, like I said, I get to meet new people. I'm constantly learning. My brain's whenever I am with customers, my brain's constantly having to work. I don't get bored with it because I'm constantly having to think on my feet. Um, whereas my old job was an office job, stuck in a cubicle, and it was just, I mean, it was soul sucking. It felt like it was sucking the soul right out, sucking the life right out of me. So glad I'm not doing that anymore. Um, but yeah, it's fun for now. Fun for now. So I'll stick with it for a little while at least. And hope to have some sort of progression. Um, if not, then I'll find something else.
So you said that it's fun for now. Are you looking at doing something else possibly?
We got a couple of different ideas. One hand, I kind of want to teach. Um, I used to my old job. I used to do a lot of training, and I found that while I was doing that, that was the happiest time I had at that job. Um, frustrating, but happy. Uh,
Just like teaching.
yeah, probably. Um, but teaching I can be a little more forgiving of students that don't know the material than I can of adults who are just willfully ignorant. Um, because there's a vast difference between legitimately not knowing the subject matter intentionally preventing yourself from learning. Um, but uh, so teaching is one of the things, or go back to school and get a second bachelor's degree in computer science, see where that goes.
So in 5 years, where do you see yourself working?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's up in the air right now. I mean, I could still be at the dealership as long as there's some sort of progression in my career. I'm not one that I can't stand being stagnant. Um, I it drives me nuts doing the same thing over and over again. Um, and so if I'm still selling cars in 5 years, then I will probably want to shoot myself. Just joking. Just joking. Joke. I wouldn't actually do that. Um, I'll definitely be looking for a different job.
So you
But
have two that you're looking at possibly doing your your
for second bachelor.
for going teaching.
Yeah.
So is there something that you can see yourself for either one of these right now, or something that
Um,
or at least working to get yourself
the the teaching not so much. Really, I mean, I've already done just about everything I can. I'm still working my way through the certification program. Um, and so, but I'm eligible to get a teaching job now. The bachelor's, the second bachelor's, I could start in theory. I could start going back to school. But with the hours that I work at the dealership, and it's just and the type of work at the dealership, I I spent 5 years in the military, and I've never been more exhausted after a day of work in my life. Um, just because I'm always on my feet, always moving around at the dealership. So it's not terrible. Not terrible when I can't when I have an excuse to be active there.
so
Um,
right now it doesn't look like that's
probably
anytime soon.
probably
But you could maybe work more on teaching and probably want to get opportunity,
yeah,
then that's
right.
but then you like later.
I could, but I also feel like I'm kind of getting to that point in life where I need to make that decision and either go for it or just not do it.
Kind of like an all or nothing.
Yeah, because I'm getting to that point where I'm getting older, and if I'm gonna go that route, then I need to go that route soon, just to be able to have a career in that field um, for longer than a few years before retirement. Um, but because I definitely don't want to work until the day
Until
I
you're 65.
no,
Or
no, I
next
definitely don't want to. I mean, my dream goal is to be retired by the time I'm 55.
year.
I mean, it could happen in car sales. Just I won't be a salesman.
Right.
Um, which means I need to move up the food chain. Yeah. I need to be get moved into finance, moved up to management, so on and so forth. Luckily, the way our dealership is laid out and the way the family dealerships that I work for are laid out, um, those that have proven themselves as successful salesmen, successful finance guys, successful managers, um, the the corporate family eventually invests in them and helps bring them into the fold as owners of a dealership.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that could happen. I don't see that happening in the next 5 years, but it could happen. Um, I don't know if that's what I want to happen, but at the end of the day, it's more about what I what I need to do to support my family.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's
Out of which one?
well, it depends. I mean, with teaching, you get a lot more time off. I'd have a lot more time with my family. Um, and then with the car sales and computer, getting the second bachelor's degree in computer science, with what I would want to focus that in, um, would be, I mean, they're about neck and neck on income potential. So it really just depends on if you're looking at more of the financial aspect or more of the time aspect.
So if finance is not an issue, you would definitely teach for the time.
Most likely, yeah.
But with
But
financing,
finances are always an issue.
right? Finances right now.
Well, finances are for me. Finances are always an issue. I could be Warren Buffett, and I'd still be worried about money.
Is there a reason why?
Um, I grew up poor. Never want to be there again.
So you're
That's
down
the
like
exactly. Don't want my kids to have to go through what I did. So
and so has
yeah, it does.
maybe
Hmm.
keep moving.
Yeah, always little temporary setbacks, but
Okay. Well, for the issue that with work, what you're trying to do in the next few years, your goals that you've been working towards. So maybe come up with some goals and try and see which goals are actually manageable for you. But honestly, if you go out there and you don't know what you want to do, so it's a possibility that you just have to, sit down and write those goals out for yourself and figure it out, talking with a really wise and, see where you want to bring your family in the next 5, 10 years. And to make sure that you can retire when you do 55.
I still got 22 more years. So
You have 20 years that you have with your family feel that you want to, really love or locate or or just enjoy. So, you've got the next 22 years to work and
yeah,
so maybe working some things out now and helping yourself to where you want to be will absolutely help you get there and be proud of that.
to a certain extent, maybe. Yeah.
So, all right, well, we're going to go ahead and stop here and want to thank you so much for talking to me. And we'll just catch up next time, okay?
Okay.